So looking at success, it's a matter of getting started, doing it. This is a small acronym that we've built here. Do it. You know, first of all, you define success, which has to do with your vision, mission, goals, and that we do have a whole template for that, which we're sharing as part of the course. Then observe, look outside of yourself. Don't think you know everything, and observe the competitive forces, the players in the market, the barriers to entry, what the market looks like, the demand for the product. Evaluate your advantage. Ask yourself, do I have strengths that enable me to do this? Are there gaps that I can fill? Are there networks I can leverage? Then analyze the environment you've observed, opportunities, threats, and changes in the external environment. Then tailor your approach. Tailor your approach has to do with the context you are playing in, your capacity, and an explicit plan. Now let's go back to storytelling. This is the story of a lady called Sara Blakely. I believe at the time this story was first shared, she was 54. She was selling fax machines door to door at a certain point in her life. She had no background in fashion, manufacturing, or business, but she made an intentional decision that changed the course of her life. She decided to solve a personal problem. What was that personal problem? She took $5,000 of her own savings and set out to design a product that did not exist. Remember, we talked about what might be, what could be. She had no way of telling whether it would work, but she could bet $5,000 on it. This is $5,000 of her own money, no risk. She didn't need to pitch to any set of investors for $200 million. She just needed $5,000 and she went ahead and did it. She did some research on that her pain point, which happened to be pantyhose, pantyhoses, and then wrote her own patent on how she wanted it designed in a way that suited her. And she made the guess that it would suit others. She kept calling hosiery mills until one finally gave her a shot. So she designed it, but she needed somebody to actually build it. She leveraged relationships. And she launched a company called Spanx. She sent products with handwritten notes to people like Oprah Winfrey. And that PR move landed her on the Oprah Winfrey show. So she didn't need TV adverts. She didn't to connect with the right person, the right show. She did the advert without having to pay for it. So a lot of things to learn in Sara Blakely's hucksterism. That was an attitude she had. She had that attitude selling fax machines. It was a strength for her. And she decided, I can use this for myself. Then she took out her own money and bootstrapped, then leveraged networks to both create the product and to market the product. It's an amazing story. And it's the story of many entrepreneurs out there, and it can be your story as well. We finish or wrap up this course by looking at a concept which we call the FIRA Cycle. There is a theory by a man called Malcom Gladwell that if you are able to do something for 10,000 hours back to back, you are likely to become an expert in it. So it's about staying focused on an area for enough time to become adept. And it could be something positive, a habit that is positive. It could be a habit that is negative, right? And these are examples here. I don't know whether this makes sense to you, but the way we've applied it is to come up with something called the FIRA cycle. Like Sara, identify suitable elements that deserve your attention. Focus is the first law of success. Number two, immerse yourself in it. Give it your all, right? Acquire depth in this finite set of activities and keep doing it. Repeat it for a sustained period until you accumulate value. Accumulate value in terms of skills, in terms of sales, in terms of networks, and so forth, until you begin to really capture value. So you want to set yourself on FIRA. Thank you for staying with me through this course. Please share with your friends. I want to appreciate you for staying this long with me. And I want to ask you, reach out. We can do more for you in terms of taking you through the strategy template, through the interactive ideation session, and through other programs that help you bootstrap your venture using strategy tools and techniques. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.